I've said it for 7 years. I've said it for longer than 7 years. I have never doped.
By Jared Oates, to look him in the eye and tell him that you hadn't taken any doping product, which coming from Jared Oates is really extraordinary, but a reflection on where the sport is now.
One example. I'm just being naive here, but what's the comparison? Just so
Dave, you're many things, you're not naive. Yeah, so you can answer that, and you did answer it. And I don't know if you were aware of the booing before the start. There was some booing at the start of the stage yesterday. What I'd like to know is, Bradley Wiggins is on record as saying that the association with Geert Linders last year was a good thing, and that he is a good thing to be associated with cycling. What is your position on that? And how angry do you feel? There's a lot of the scepticism about your team is built on that association with Linders last year.
Evening, Speedy Clark here. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. So we are in the pain cave tonight, so it's my garage and it's time for some interval training. So tonight it's going to consist of a 10-minute warm-up, and then we're going to do torque intervals. So it'll be 20 minutes on, 1 minute off, 20 minutes on, 1 minute off, 20 minutes off, and then cool down for 5 minutes. Now on the 20 minutes on in each of the 3 sets, it's going to be very big gear work, between 70 to 80 RPM cadence. The power is not going to be that high for me and my body weight, but it's all about torque, so it's like heavy weight training on the bike to build up muscular endurance strength, hence the 3 20-minute intervals. Now I've been at work, I've been up since 5:45 a.m. I've done about 8.5, nearly 9 hours today at work, driven back home, and now going to kick off. So I had some rice at about 3 o'clock. I'll do the train and a banana. I'll do the training session, and then I will have my dinner. Now a little bit about diet, nutrition and supplements. So basically, as you'll have seen through my previous posts, I am now on 5 weeks, just slightly over 5 weeks, of having no bread and no added sugar. So the only way I've been taking sugars is through natural occurring sugar in fruit. I have been eating rice, as I've said, and I have had pasta, wholemeal pasta, and homemade healthy pizzas with the oatmeal flour. But basically, I haven't used any form of energy products, energy drinks, nothing with any added sugar. I've been drinking water, I've been having coffee, yes, but I don't take sugar in coffee anyway. I've not been doing this to lose weight. It's about having a consistent level of energy. So because of my working schedules, work-life balance, training, everything basically, having a family, I've been heavily relying on the sugars and the energy products to get me through my hard training sessions, but I found that I was either up here or I was down here. There wasn't much middle ground. So to try and have more of a middle ground, I've cut out the sugars, and I'll be honest, the first week was exceptionally difficult, as I've said in my previous post, so please check those out, when I was starting off by not having sugar. So I haven't had any form of supplements, meaning standard supplements. I don't mean anything dodgy. That might sound a bit strange, but people do dodgy supplements. So I would normally have a B12, a multivitamin, beetroot tablets because of the nitrate, which helps support muscle, blood flow, etc. And sometimes what's called an L-carnitine tablet, which again can help energy and fat burning transfer. So I haven't had any of those for the 5.5 weeks, just over 5 weeks rather. And tonight I've decided not to have the sugar, but I've taken one beetroot tablet, a B12 tablet, a multivitamin tablet. As I said, I've had the banana, so for the natural sugar, and I'm going to see how that affects my training tonight to see if it actually is going to make any difference. So I had those about 30 minutes ago. I've got quite a fast metabolism. When I start, that will get circulated in the body and through the bloodstream. and I'm going to see if that is actually going to make any difference. More so the beetroot and the L-carnitine. So I will see if that makes a difference. All these are fully natural supplements that you can use in any form of racing. There is no issues with them. But I've been trying to go what you would say full natty and be completely and utterly natural and not rely on anything, which I found has been very beneficial. But I want to experiment and see what the differences are, if there even is a difference, or if it's mostly psychological. Certainly with sugar, yes, there's a difference. So I'm not up here and whoa, full of energy. But I'm not, oh, I'm terrible and I need some sugar to function. I'm just kind of okay, ticking over. Weight loss, I haven't really noticed any because I do a lot of physical activity and I don't really need to lose any weight. But what I have noticed is definition. So the definition has become a bit clearer. I was suffering from bloating, even though it wasn't affecting my overall weight. I was suffering from bloatedness in my stomach, but I have cut out bread. Although I'm having pasta and rice, I tend not to get bloated with that, but I would get bloated with bread regardless of whether it was wholemeal or not. So I've cut out the bread obviously, and with the sugars and no chocolate and fast fixes. And although that, as I've said, that hasn't made any difference to my weight, I've noticed some changes in my physique. I do seem to appear to be slightly more toned, so that's obviously a benefit. So right, we'll crack on with the training and I'll feed back after. Well, that's training session complete, and it was tough, don't get me wrong, it was tough, but I'm feeling really good. I was above the power zone consistently, holding it for the intervals, which were 20 minutes on, 1 minute off, 20 minutes on, 1 minute off, 20 minutes on, 1 minute off, then 5 minutes high cadence recovery. So it's hard to say about the energy products and the vitamins and the beetroot. We're just taking them 30 minutes before the session. It might be a coincidence, but I definitely felt really on it tonight, focused, in the zone, and my energy levels were really very good. I seemed to control the fatigue better. So unless that's the full standard natural supplements which you can buy in any health food shop or even Tesco's, unless that, or cycling shop, unless that's those that are supporting it, then not 100% certain, but certainly it is a coincidence that I've taken those tonight after being off any form of supplements, energy products, all natural and available in cycle shops, etc. No risk, nothing dodgy, as I've said. Just need to clarify that. But natural products that anybody can buy and take. Then there would seem to be a benefit this evening. I'm not sure if you took them every time you did the training session to be a benefit, but certainly with having a 5-week break and then introducing them before the session tonight, I felt really on it. So interesting experiment. As I say, I don't know how accurate that is. It might be coincidence or placebo because I've taken them. I might physically think in my mind that I'm doing better. Certainly the power numbers were really good. The session was really good. So the numbers are all saying I did better. But we shall see. We shall see. So I'll try that experiment again, but again I'll have another break from taking them. Tonight was just a one-off, but I will repeat that probably in another week or 2 weeks' time. Okay, thank you for watching.